working on that. It's called the Space Force, which is very exciting. And people love it. People love it. They get it and they love it. We passed a landmark VA accountability law that everybody said could not be passed. I won't blame the unions and I won't blame civil service, but let's assume they had a little blame. Everyone said couldn't be passed, has not been able to be passed for 45 years, and we just got it passed, VA accountability. So now you can fire people when they don't do a job. We can fire people when they don't do it. You're fired. You get them the hell out. They're not taking care of our vets. We fire them. They're out of there. Boom. They're out of there. And the other thing that we just passed a few weeks ago, and you've heard me talk about this, I always said, you know, our greatest people, they're the greatest people, the vets. They protected us. Some of them have suffered greatly. And we weren't taking proper care of them. They were waiting in line for 12 days. How about anybody in this audience, go to the doctor, say, I'm sorry, I can't see you for 12 days. Even if you have like a bad cold, you have something. People were going in with nothing much, and they were coming out 6 months later. They can't see a doctor. They were coming out with a terminal illness that could have been corrected easily. And I said, why aren't we just sending people that have to wait for these long periods, just send them across the street to a local doctor. Right? Get taken care of. And we pay the bill. And everybody said, we've been trying to get that passed for 40 years. I got it passed 3 weeks ago. Okay? I'm good at getting things passed. Remember, we had Repeal and Replace passed, except for one person. And all the Democrats, I have to say. One person plus all of the Democrats. We got no Democrat about it, including Tester. He wasn't there for us. President Trump is a great man. He's a great man. I really got to vote for us. Got to vote for us. We also believe that American foreign aid dollars should promote America's interests and values. We don't need to send your hard-earned money to countries that vote against the United States consistently in the United Nations and other places. We don't need to do it. Remember with Israel, remember when we had 2 votes on something having to do with Israel? I said, we're watching. With all the aid we give all these countries, we're watching. We ended up getting 68 votes. We didn't do anything. Because they're ripping us, they're taking our money, they don't even vote for us because they didn't respect our country, but now they respect them a lot more. And in many cases, they're not getting that money anymore, too. We've stopped it. Instead of apologizing for America, we are standing up for America, and we are standing up for our great American flag. Hey, how about the NFL? Look, I don't want to cause controversy. You're right, USA is right. I don't want to cause controversy, but how about they passed this stupid thing? You don't have to do this anymore. If you don't respect the flag or if you don't like the country or whatever it is, just go into the locker room. Just go into the I think in many respects, that's worse. Isn't that worse than not standing? You know? I think that's worse. So they say, go into the locker room. It's okay, the anthem's getting ready to play. They run into the locker room. Then they come back out. You know what? It doesn't play. It doesn't play. I actually think in many ways it's worse. I heard this thing that they were so happy, the owners. This commissioner, where this guy comes from, I have no idea. They're paying him $40 million a year. And their ratings are down 20%. But you know why the ratings are down? Yes, the flag. But they're also down because people find politics. In other words, hitting Trump incorrectly, but hitting Trump, they find that to be much tougher, meaner, and more interesting than watching a football game. They actually do. And they're watching the cable networks instead of watching football. They're down 20% since this whole thing started with the flag and the anthem. Washington tried to change us, but instead we are actually changing Washington. We've had a big impact. And now we need Matt Rosendale in the Senate to continue our fight to drain the swamp. We're going to get it done. We need to work every day from now until the election for your family, for your community, your country, for your Constitution. And this November, I need you to get your friends, get your colleagues, get your neighbors, and get your ass out to vote. Is that okay? Get your ass out to vote. Vote for Matt. They're going to say, oh, that was not presidential. Watch. That was not presidential. Did I ever tell you how easy it would be for me to be presidential, you know? Like we're all, me, you, we're really smart people. I have, by the way, the most loyal people in the world. They're the smartest people. They're the toughest people. They're the greatest people in the world. But they'll say something like that's not presidential. And what I say, acting presidential is so easy. For me, would be so, it's much easier than what I do. Much easier. And sometimes I have to do it. You walk up to the microphone, right? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the great state of Montana. You have to put a little emphasis, right? This is wonderful to be with you tonight. Thank you for being here. Goodbye. Now, the people of Montana, they know. Loyal citizens like you help build this country, and together we are taking back our country, returning the power where it belongs, to the people. Proud American ancestors crossed oceans, scaled mountains, defeated empires, and built the modern world with their own two hands. They were brilliant. This state, the state of Montana, was forged by incredible pioneer men and women who braved the cold and tamed the wilderness to build a beautiful life right out here in the open. And I did look at those skies. You know, I heard so much about your skies. I heard so much about your skies. I wrote in, I looked at those skies. Not seeing pollution is a wonderful thing, right? Wonderful. Those are beautiful skies. These Montana pioneers were tough. And they were strong, and they were brilliant. They didn't have a lot of money. They didn't have a lot of luxury. But they had faith, they had heart, they had grit, and they had each other. They had each other. And above all else, they loved their families, they loved their country, and they loved their God. We stand on the shoulders of American patriots who knew how to fight, and they knew how to win. You talk about winning, they knew how to win. And with your help, your voice, and your vote, we are going to keep on fighting, and we are going to keep on winning. And the truth is, you will never, ever get tired of winning. Never. We won't back down. We won't give in, and we will never, ever surrender. We will never, ever quit. We go forward to victory. Because we are Americans, and our hearts bleed red, white, and blue. We are one people, we are one family, and we are one glorious nation under God. And together, we will make America wealthy again. Soon, we will make America strong again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Montana. Thank you.